Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And people still fill in the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will start this game off with the football. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Might as well give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes that Alabama offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
In a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Crispin. That's caught. It's Galladay. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. Takes it on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Crispin. Fakes to grab. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Galladay. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's locked. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right down the middle. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Might be changing the route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown time.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. inside. And maybe he'll get back.
Yeah, and thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out every...
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long.
Get set.
Looking to throw, it's Crispin. Caught close to the marker, it's Galladay. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll try to pop the draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Give to the running back. Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Looking to throw, it's Crispin. He's got him. Turns it on at midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Galladay.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
Let's go.
Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Galladay. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Crispin. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Makes it past the marker. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Direct snap. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. It's Hubbard. There he goes. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They'll immediately call timeout. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
It's a draw. Fighting off the defender. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Let's not say they cut into the left zip with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Got blown out in the 1st half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Crispin. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's so disappointing for the offense, too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They want to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down, but David, he just couldn't hold on to it, and the defense now creates the takeaway.
And speaking of pride, that's what you pride yourself on defense, taking the football away. How many possessions can you steal? He had the first down, but you got there. And more importantly, we work on this all week long. County fair, stripping the football, getting the football out, and then falling on it. Nice job by the defense, forcing the turnover.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Now the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Crispin. Flushed out of the pocket. First down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
3:25.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pick off to stop the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. Snags it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Here comes that Alabama offense. drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistake.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 17 to North Carolina. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
On the ground, it's Walters. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quarterback making checks. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Tide. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down. You move on to the next game. Start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Crispin. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Morton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He has the first and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too.
Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Turbin. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Might be calling a hot route. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Slap. Clear.
Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the air, it's Farmer. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Kentucky will be forced to punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. To the air, it's Farmer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something. deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Power ahead. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to slam in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Burns. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some... And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it to the back on the draw. Breaks into the open. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.